sky's either dark grey in the winter or light grey in the summer, and that's how you can tell what time of year it is. It's either one of two greys. But it's a very different place now. It's very exciting, and I think it's a very modern place, which is important. But there is a mood, there's a melancholy in Manchester. That's one thing that all the bands have.
And we
Why terrible?
bad music.
Bad music.
Bad people, because our friends were fighting.
Oh yes.
But what happened is I went outside at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and my friends were fighting a group of guys who were Adam's friends, but Adam wasn't fighting, and I wasn't. So we just looked at each other, and then we decided, instead of fighting each other, we talked about Prince and Michael Jackson, and then we started the band there. Well, we started making music together then, and then we started to do it over the internet when we met, and then yeah, we started a few bands, which never really worked out, and then a year and a half ago it was Hurts.
And I lived in a tiny village with no people, and I was never exposed to popular culture or music, so I was 19 when I first bought an album, and then after listening to the album I knew what I wanted to do.
Which album was that?
It's OK Computer by Radiohead.
Okay.
That's a good first album to buy. Wait, that's what everyone should do, is wait for ages and then make your first album.
It was really good for me because I could have started with the best of the Beatles and gone and gone and gone, but starting there made me, I could never go back.
Okay.
But my first album was Eminem, which is two very different, but that's one interesting thing about how we work, is there's two very different sides to it. Because and those two are very telling, because I'm a very instant person. I like the instant nature of pop music, and whereas Adam likes the grand nature of things. And those two albums have obviously been quite important. So that's why we need each other.
You don't have similar taste?
No, we do. We meet in the Hurts is in the middle between the two. But what we do like, we like, interestingly about music, when we talk about music, we both like different things about the same song, which is quite funny. And it's very obvious what we're going to like about it. Like, when you hear a song, we never agree with what we like. It's always two different things about the song. But we like the song.
Our personalities are very different, really, but it works so well because everything Theo can do I can't do, and the same the other way around. So, like any relationship, we rely on each other and need each other because of our differences, really. And
then the differences are important because that's what it hurts us kind of there, and that's why we never fight or argue, because we know that Hurts needs the two sides of it to be what it is. Like say the album's very grand and dramatic album, but at the same time it's quite a concise, direct pop album. I think they're the two. That's the middle point, and it needs both sides.
So I read on the bio that you traveled, and so you spend a lot of times in Berlin. So there is a huge culture. A lot of artists in the 70s went to Berlin to take an inspiration. So how the city influenced you in your music?
Berlin is like, it's a funny place because they love electronic music. It's a massive, the culture of electronic music, dance music in particular, is huge there, and it's they really embrace. Also, no one really cares in Berlin about anything. They're just like whatever. Everyone goes out and gets drunk all the time, and they don't really. There's graffiti everywhere, and it's a real kind of. And there's a darkness to Berlin because it's such an interesting place and the history. There's a strange mood there. But one of the most important things about it, going there and going to other places in Europe, was learning how your music sounds in a different country. Because when we started to write music, we had big ambitions, but we only thought about Manchester or about London really. And then we went to Berlin and some other places, and we went, the music could be bigger than this, and it could be something more exciting. Because we've always been fascinated by foreign pop music and how pop music can, if you don't understand the lyrics to a song, you can still love it so much. And the great German one, 99 Red Balloons, is one of my favourite pop songs ever. But all my life when I was a kid, I had no idea what it meant. But I loved the song, and then I found out what it meant, it was even better. That's an amazing thing, and that's emotion in music that does that. That's what you get from it, and that's what we've always tried to do. And it's great to see what people take from music in different countries as well, because everyone takes something different.